Who's goofed on with my mirrors? Oh, bugger it. Right. I'm running late and these waterproof rubber gloves do not fit very well. And I'm very warm. So, I'm in a bit of a hurry today. These things feel like I've got flippers on my hands. I hate speed bumps. Speed bumps are one of the pretty much most pointless things in the world. Don't care what you say. Speed bumps waste of time. I can't see crap because I haven't put my pin lock in. Okay. Yeah, speed bumps don't do any good. They damage the environment for a start. They definitely damage everyone's cars, and the people who do speed bumps don't slow them down. So, therefore, speed bumps completely useless. Utterly pointless things. So, if they put the speed bumps into the massive potholes on the road, then we'd have economical driving, which means that we won't have excessive pollution. Driving would actually become more affordable. And I know they don't want us to drive, they want us to all go around in hybrid cars, or even better, not to go around at all. But the thing is that that's not feasible. I mean, yeah, I could not own a car. I could go to the shops, on foot. I could, it's about 3 miles. Thank you. I could go into town on the foot. I could go and see relatives on the train. But the cost of just taking the train to see people far outweighs the cost I have for having a car, running it, putting fuel in it for an entire year. I mean, for myself alone, to get a train to go and see relatives up north, it's nearly 200 quid. Now, you take £200, which everyone seems to from me these days, and say I go once every 2 months. It's a stupid thing. Okay, so once every 2 months I go to see my relatives. Okay, so £200, that's 1,200 quid a year to start with. And that's just me. So if I take my wife, that doubles. So then that becomes £2,400 a year. So £2,400 a year. My car insurance is like £400 a year. Because I'm a good boy, I've got no points. The fuel for me to go up north and to drive around, do stuff and come back is about well, let's say 80, because it's about 60, but I like to have some extra when I get home. So, sorry for the snuffling, it's cold, it's seriously cold. It's making my nose run. I'll keep my visor up. I need to get a new pen lock if I'm going to be doing this more often. This is my first attempt to commute back to work in a new job, much better job, better pay. So, yeah, £80 for fuel, let's just say, to get there and back. So, in one trip, that's nearly my fuel money, my train fare, covering, we can make it, covering everything. That doesn't cover going down to my in-laws, who live in South Wales, the other side of the country. Now, I wouldn't have thought the train would be that expensive. Will you back off? Oh, that's where he works. But let's just say it was half, so £100. So for me and my wife, that's £200. We go down there, say, once every 2 months as well. That's for the maths. So £200, that's 1,200 quid. I could do this on public transport, but it would cost me, well, getting on for £4 a year, and that doesn't include going to the shops, going to the church, visiting other people, extra trips, get my wife to the hospital for her pregnancy scans and tests. It doesn't include trips to see people, just go somewhere. Doesn't include shopping, days out. Oh, go on. Oh, now you're flaming indicator. Who would do that? Indicate your attentions early. It's in the highway code. Right. Can't really be sitting in the right hand lane too much down here because I'm not the fastest. Duck down low, streamline. Wow, I'm doing 50 miles an hour. Up the hill. Yeah, I'm going to be peeing people off behind me. And a lot of fistful of brake. So they want us to get out of our cars and onto public transport. Well, I've just shown that public transport's too expensive. So public transport is too expensive. It's also very inconvenient because it's only at random times set by people who do surveys and guesstimate the times that it's going to be most popular. It is uncomfortable, noisy, smelly. Even the trains, they have that sort of weird mustiness about them, even like the fancy trains, even new trains. For some reason it's like there's this musty air scent they put in them. It's also longer. For me to go by train to see everyone up north, for the sake of argument, it's about 6 hours or so. And I've still got to get to the train station, which is in the centre of town, so that's like 3 miles as well. And yet, to drive there, if there's no traffic, at the speed limit, which of course I always do, is around 70. 70. Speed limit 70. Driving at the speed limit. Good day, what am I going to? Yeah, doing the speed limit. It's about 3.5 hours. So if it's 3.5 hours for me to drive, or nearly double that to get the train, which costs far more, why should I take public transport? And okay, let's say I decide I'm going to get rid of my car and buy an electric car. Your Nissan Leafs and your Teslas. First and foremost, yeah, it's a good idea. You know, the whole zero emissions and all that stuff. You can drive around knowing you're not polluting the environment. But the problem you've got is you've already polluted the environment, because the fact that the car was made, you know, pollutants when it's made, but more importantly, where does the electricity come from? What the hell's going on here? Where does electricity come from? Power plants. But let's just say I decided to go uber green, and I planted trees to take out the carbon when my car was made, and I got solar panels and wind turbines so that my electric was completely carbon free. I even planted trees that would take out the carbon that would be left over from when my car was scrapped. Electric cars only last for a few years, and the batteries, as everyone knows with a rechargeable battery, the batteries don't last that long. I ain't sitting in this bloody big queue. Can't sit in this bloody big queue. Batteries don't last very long, and you know, you could have done with getting over a bit. You know, use your mirrors. What does this guy actually see down the side of his caravan? Can't really go this slow on a scooter. Okay, not on my bike though. Bugger it. I'd almost dash down the side of him. No, I'm not gonna. No idea where this guy's going because he ain't indicating, but I'm going to be a bit naughty and go down the inside of him, because I'm guessing he's going straight on because he's not indicating. And he went straight on. Yeah, a little bit naughty, shouldn't really have done that, but I need to get places. So yeah, public transport. Oh dear. The cold's getting to me, I'm going, oh, puberty again. Public transport, it just does not work. I mean, if I lived in a big city like London or Birmingham or doing 60, get off. I live in a big city like London or Manchester or something like that, and all the people I knew lived in that city. Go on then. Then fine. Why would you need a car? You don't go anywhere. And the cost of running a car in a big city is expensive because you've got to pay for parking, whether you go anywhere, especially if you've got congestion charges or restrictions, anything like that. Yeah, makes sense. In a big city, I would very much consider going, struggling up this hill, 55. Look at that. 50. We're going up the hill. We're struggling. Yeah, I would very much consider public transport because you could walk, you could cycle. I can't cycle 220 miles to go and visit relatives up north. I can't cycle 150 miles. And this is all down motorways as well. Motorways don't have cycle paths yet. And if they did, all the cyclists would be side by side in the left hand lane beside the cycle path, because I've never seen to use a float thing. So, yeah, it's not feasible. It doesn't work for me. It really doesn't. But whatever, you know, but if you can make it work, brilliant. For me, there's too much I gotta do in life, too many places I gotta go. And buying an electric car is seriously expensive. Even with the whole government granty thing. Maybe that's not diesel on the road. Can't see, sunlight, can't see. It's not going to work for me. I mean, yeah, you can try your best to reduce your emissions. You can try your best to reduce your carbon footprint. But what gets me, all these car manufacturers saying, oh, I'm going to save some little bit of CO2 emissions on here and extra costs on the car there because of it. Why don't they say, right, I'll tell you what, this car that you're buying is going to do, say, 200,000 miles in its lifetime, on average. So that's going to equate to X amount of carbon emissions, okay? That over its lifetime, let's say 10 years, because modern stuff doesn't last very long. So over 10 years, that's going to be X amount of trees that will suck up all of those nasty carbons. So we're going to plant those trees in order that your car is carbon neutral. Now, wouldn't that be a better idea? How about instead of just saying, right, you know, we're going to do all this crap with cars and charge you extra and all that stuff, why don't you say, right, you know, we're just going to plant trees to make your car carbon neutral. Amount of rainforest deforested, you may as well. Anyway, I am nearly at work, so I'm going to sign off, but just think about it. Electric cars, really? Don't know, not sold on that. Anyway, nearly at work, laters.